Alright, welcome everybody. Today we have Agni yet again. This build is more revolved around a very potent, strong, burst damage style Agni. And we do have a stack item in this one. I would highly recommend Warlock Sash, especially if you're doing Conquest or whatever the case may be. Warlock Sash helps out him quite a bit. You're getting a lot of survivability. As you see, our HP bar is looking pretty nice, since sometimes you may be, caught off guard, or your 3 is not up, or you use your 3 to go in, and you don't have it to get back out. Whatever the case may be, Warlock Sash is a really good overall item, a really good stack item for Conquest. And you can also pick it up elsewhere if you feel like you want it. So, let's go into the build itself. We have Shoes of Magi. Without a cooldown reduction item, we will get that a little bit later, but without it, his cooldowns aren't too bad. They're livable. So getting Shoes of Magi, that's going to allow us to start snowballing as far as having a lot of damage, because Agni, he's in himself a very strong poke god. So Shoes of Magi, next Warlock Sash. You want to get those stack items early, never get them too late. So that way you can have the full effect of a stack item early on. So if you prefer Book of Thoth, you can pick up Book of Thoth, or Doom Orb if you really want Doom Orb, but Warlock Sash would pick that up here. If you don't want a stack item, you could probably switch that out for a lifesteal item. I'd probably go with like Bancroft's Talon maybe, if you don't want the stack item, so you can switch that out if you want to. Or you can also go a different route. You can pick up, like, if you really want a cooldown reduction item and you still want the pin boots, you can probably pick up Breastplate of Valor. You can do that, or switch this and get like Chronos Pendant early and then Bancroft's Talon later. Next we have Soul Reaver. It's a pretty pricey item, but I feel like it's really worth it, especially for Agni. Since it's a 60-second passive, and that's not too bad, and allows us to use it with our ulti really quickly, since we get our ultis really fast. So that allows for this long range pokes, especially in laning phase. Really great. So you do a lot more damage with your ultis or your 2s, whatever the case may be, with having Soul Reaver on. Next, Obsidian Shard. Now, as far as the penetration item, you could choose between Obsidian Shard. Obsidian Shard is going to give you a little bit more power compared to Spear of Magi, or Spear of Magus. I don't know why I said Magi. Spear of Magus. You can still use Spear of Magus if you want. You may not have all the power that Obsidian Shard will give you, but the passive, you can still work that passive in really well with Agni, because it's really easy to apply those Spear of Magus stacks with your 1 or your 3. Or even your passive. Don't forget you do have a passive on Agni besides your ulti, and that's landing basic attacks on an opponent, obviously, and then your next 2, 3, or 4 want to apply a damage over time effect. So you have that as well if you want. Wrong button. There we go. Next we have the Chronos Pendant, as I was talking about earlier, a cooldown reduction item. Pretty decent to have, so you can use your ultis more often. And then finally, Rod to Hoodie for the massive magical power boost. So, I do have all 100 stacks of Warlock Sash, so that's why our HP is looking pretty full. And our power is sitting at 663. That's quite a bit of power. So let's just go ahead and use R2 here. Not too bad. Basics. Pretty good, pretty good. So let's go ahead and go to Robot, and we can start just poking him down with our ulti. I love it when his hands glow. I think it's like the coolest thing about Agni. Alright, let's go. So pretty good damage. Pretty good damage. Let him spawn again. Not too bad, not too bad at all. So that's gonna wrap it up for the build and the video. So I'll see you guys next time. Peace.